This for y'all.
That's short. God damn.
What's the deal, everybody? My name is David, also known as Stay 1111 Golden. Before we get started, man, I just got to remind you guys that every trial and tribulation, every success, every failure, every thought, every dream, every aspiration, every struggle, every nap, every meal, everything you've ever done in your entire life has led you to this moment watching this video with me. So with that being said, please go ahead and give this video a like before we start. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, just click that subscribe button, man. Your boy I'm trying to run it up, man. So do me a favor, hit that button for me. In today's video, I just wanted to get into inks, right? I wanted to talk about inks that I use and why, and just give you my opinions on them, and you do as you may with them. So for the longest time, man, I've used Dynamic, right? Dynamic, tried and true. It's a great consistency. It's it's old faithful. We'll call Dynamic old faithful. You could bust it down. You could use it for the solid black. You could do whatever with it. Well, you could really do that with every ink, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's versatile. You do use it for everything. So yeah, Dynamic is a pretty solid ink, right? So I was actually looking for something darker though, right? You notice that when inks heal, they tend to have like a hue to them. Like, it'll be like a bluish greenish type hue, or it just won't be as dark as you feel it's possible for, ink to be. Like, you saturated it well, that it's or even if you're a client, that you look at your tattoo and be like, oh, like, that healed, but it didn't really have the same like that it did when it was fresh. So, this journey is a process of figuring out not only what we can do better, but what products we can get to give the best result as well. So after using Dynamic for the longest time, I tried their triple black as well. It's just like this, but it has a blue cap on it. It did its thing a little bit, but I ended up switching because I saw somebody else that I looked up to use Panthera ink, right? And Panthera has a nice kind of like soft, I don't want to say soft, but like liquidy consistency to it. It's a little bit thicker than Dynamic, but like it has a nice consistency to it, and it heals hella black. This is their tribal black. So I started using this for the longest time just for my solid black, and then I would bust it down with this. So, gray tones right here, solid black right here. And then after that, I was like, man, let me figure out something with this, right? I was like, I feel like the gray tones could be a little bit more milkier. Like, even though this is tried and true, I was like, maybe there's some more, just something that could be better, more high quality, whatever it is. I'm obsessed with this. So I'm like, let me see if I can find a better product. So after going from there, I ended up coming here with it. This is Intenze dark gray wash, and I actually got this idea to try this ink from an artist that I look up to. His name is iShine. If you don't know him, or if you haven't heard of him, go check out his work. He has a studio in Sacramento called Peaks and Valleys. Every artist in there is cold. They cold. Like, everything about them is just cold. They have a YouTube channel too. But yeah, he often hosts these Instagram lives, and I was watching, trying to figure out, like, dang, like, I really like bro's work. Like, what does he use? And he spoke about this Intenze dark gray wash, right? So got it, tried it out, and I noticed a dramatic change in my work in the gray tones, and just the comparison of how they looked when they were fresh compared to when they healed. When I used this for gray tones, I felt like when I see my healed work come back, it wouldn't really have the oomph like I wanted it to. Like, it would look kind of washed out, or just not like it looked when I first did it. But using this, I can say that it was more true to how it looked when it was fresh. When it was, when I see my work come back, I'm like, oh, okay, like, that's the tone I wanted to put there. Like, obviously, there's certain things that you can do, and we're perfectionists as artists at the end of the day. So you'll look at something healed and be like, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done this. But for the most part, this got it done for real, and I still use this till this day. And so with that being said, Intenze, I think, is the way to go for your gray wash. Take this, bust it down, give you all your milky tones to blend and soft and realism, portrait face stuff. Do it with this. You know what I mean? I was really, really skeptical about trying this out. This is Intenze Super Black, right? And this is like it's like sludge, bro. Like you can hear it, like it has a ball in it, but look, you don't even hear it. You gotta really shake that thing. You gotta shake it. You gotta really shake that thing to get it going because the ink is so thick. And that was one of the reasons I was scared to try it. And after trying this, because I liked this so much, I was like, oh, let me try the black, So I tried this and it wasn't working out. Like it was not working out. I actually would set myself up with a backup cap of this because, once I started using this, I'm like, yo, this is thick. Like what's going on with it? But I didn't know that even though this is solid black, you just got to bust this down a little bit too. I had no clue. Once again, I'm not saying anything that's new. I've heard this from multiple artists, but the artist that I can credit with the most for this advice is iShine. So I'm not trying to steal any information. If he didn't want the information to be out there, I don't think he would put it out there. But I do know that certain things can be effective coming from different people. And I know that when I was looking for information, I gravitated towards people that look like me. So somebody may see this video and just want to watch what I have to say about ink. So I'm just passing on the jewels pretty much. So yeah, man, Super Black for your black. You put this about 80% in the cap, 75, 80%, put a little water in it, and it's still going to be solid black. Like it's going to change the game. It's going to heal Super Black. It just looks different. Like it just looks elite. Like when you put it on, like it's almost surreal to look at in person. You're like, dang, like I did that. Like that's solid. So Super Black for the black, Intenze for the gray wash. Keep all of these just in case, Um, I personally don't like using something that's super thick to line with. So like if I'm doing something where I'm only lining, I may use this, or I may use this for a solid black if I'm just lining with it. But for the most part, realism and stuff like that, I'm gonna go with the Super Black for my dark black, and I'm gonna go with this Intenze for my gray washes. So I hope this video has helped you out in some capacity to learn anything about any one of these inks. If you were just curious about the comparison, if you're just curious about what I use specifically, insight into the process, or if you just, I don't know, just were bored at home and, wanted to watch me talk. It's good to learn something every day. So you may not have known this before. So now you know a little something about tattoo ink. But in conclusion, I hope you all have an amazing day, night, whatever time you're watching this. And most importantly, don't forget to stay blessed, put God first, and stay golden. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.